Hey everyone, so today I wanted to show you how I create some custom navigation in my courses. Now, if we preview this slide, we're going to see a tabbed layout that I had created that has the default, previous, and next button. Now, I'm not crazy about the default articulate storyline player buttons, so what we're going to do is we're going to create our own previous and next buttons and get rid of these ones, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. Okay, so what I'm going to do to create my custom previous and next buttons is I'm going to use a couple of shapes. I want to insert an oval shape, and I'm going to hold down the shift key while I insert this to ensure that my shape is symmetrical. I'm going to drag it over to where I want it and make sure that it fits on my slide. And then I'm going to format shape fill using the eyedropper to the same color as my tabs. And I'm going to do that with my outline as well. And then I'm going to copy and move a duplicated oval over to the left side. And I'm just going to rename oval 1 as next and oval 2 as previous, just so I know which is which. And then I want to insert one more shape. It's going to be this chevron here, and I just want a little one. So I'm going to format it. I'm going to make it white with a white outline, and I'm going to copy and paste, and then I'm going to, sorry, I just want to make sure I'm all lined up. All right, I've got my lines, and then I'm going to rotate this horizontally. So this is going to be my previous. I actually just want to center it a little bit with my circle. All right, so that works for me. And then I'm going to move the other one over to my next circle. And I'm going to center it. All right, and then I'm going to select both of these objects and hit Control G to group them. And do the same for my previous. And then I'm going to create a trigger for both of them. So I'm going to jump to next slide when the user clicks group 1. And then I'm going to create a trigger that jumps to the previous slide when the user clicks group 2. And then the last thing that we need to do is we need to go into the edit properties for the base layer and turn off previous and next. And then when we preview, you'll see that we have our custom previous and next buttons. I like doing this because I find that it cleans up the player a little bit, and it just has a more modern look and feel. Thanks for watching.